Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cam. Last week we worked on some tea card updates, and looking at the file, I've worked on, I don't know, it looks like maybe 30 different tea sets already. And it all started with this little tea card holder in the beginning. And once you open it up, this is what it actually looks like. It kind of in-houses all of the tea information. I will be getting samples of the ones that were created last week, but just wanted to kind of show you guys what the final products do actually look like. And we've selected some vibrant color schemes for these tea cards. Obviously the name of the tea, the flavor profiles, some of the process dates, where the region of the tea was coming from, farmer notes. And these are printed on a uncoated stack, and they are, on a heftier side of the stack. I believe these are at least 100-pound cover. That way they are not flimsy. They kind of hold their own and they look very nice. On the back, we just have a very simple design of the Volition tea blue color, and we have the monochromatic farm in the background, and then also the badge in the front. Today, I do have, I think, 2 websites that I need to continue updating, so let's get to work. Today is actually really nice weather, so I'm hoping to get through a block of focus time this morning, and then I would really love to take a walk outside and just get some fresh air, get some vitamin D, whatnot. I've got 2 dentistry websites that I'm working on. And the first one, I received copy from the clients, and I am ready to dive into it and get that going for my clients. So let's get to work. If you've been following along, I've been working on a dentistry website, and I have received the copy from the client. And typically, with my workflow, there's 2 options. So I either help the client craft the copy, make an outline, and that way they're not starting from scratch. Or since I am not the, expert in dentistry, they are the ones responsible for either working with the copywriter, or they can also create copy. That way, I've already built the framework and went over that with the client, so she knows exactly what she is writing for, or her writer can help craft copy one for one. That way we have exact spots for the copy that they've created, and I'm copying and pasting the copy into the website. That way is a quicker process. Good morning, Cam here. Today there is 3 meetings that I've got scheduled today. So it's going to be quite a busy day of just talking a lot. So I've got my tea ready. I don't know how much work I'll be able to squeeze in between all those meetings because of just the nature of bouncing between projects, but I am trying to launch a website because it's not a brand new website. This is, we're migrating from one platform to another. We do have to preserve some of the SEOs and some of the rankings that they had previously. So I do have to work on the SEO redirecting and mapping all of the important ranking pages to the new pages that will be launched. So that does take a little bit of time, and just to send that over to the client and have them review it as well so that they're on the same page. On a different note, whenever I start working on like one industry or one type of project, those projects typically snowballs. And what I mean is if I get one optometry project, I will like literally have like 3 in a row that I'm working. So that could just be because that's the kind of work that I'm showing, or some of my, clients could be championing me for those type of projects, which is amazing. Thank you, by the way, for those who champion me. Very much appreciated. This is how I keep getting new clients. Now, because I have several, 5-10 years experience, here are some secrets of how I'm getting consistent new clients without burning out. So number one, I do make relationships and connections with different people in the industry. So not just designers or website developers, I also have other connections where, they're in photography or videography. So where sometimes I might need to refer a photographer for the project for a website or a print piece. And vice versa. So I'll get referrals from photographers or videographers, writers, where they're like, hey, we have a client who needs, branding or packaging. Can you see if you can help out? So that's one resource where word of mouth connections, that can really help out. Obviously, it's not piles and piles of referrals, but when there is a warm lead coming at me, it's usually a very easy conversation, and then they would pretty much move forward after that. So there is, zero selling, zero persuasion. It's really when they're ready to commit to a project and start one and have the budget, then, they can connect with me and we can start kicking off their project. There are other avenues too, like if you have a good relationship with your printers, or let's say, for example, and another channel, so to speak, is always just do good work. And what I mean by doing good work is doing great, fantastic, fabulous, knock it out of the park projects. Your clients, your previous clients, or the clients you're working with at the moment, they're going to be your biggest champion, right? They're going to be, when they're so proud of showing their final results of maybe their branding, maybe of their packaging, could be their websites, they're going to share it with everybody they know. And in that sense, in their circle, they're going to start to know, they're going to start to ask, who did your website, or who did your packaging, or who did your branding? And that in itself is invaluable. So always do, above and beyond and help your clients out and make them feel special. And always do a nice job. That way they will always champion you no matter what. And here's how I was able to get 2 referrals recently. And I'll be hopping on those 2 calls today and seeing if those are pretty warm leads, if timeline's right, if I've got availability, if their budget, everything aligns, if our goals and objectives, everything like that sounds to be like a good fit, then I will be pretty much booked for the next couple of months. So we'll just see how that goes. Even warm leads sometimes can fall through just because if they're not ready to start, or there could be many different reasons why someone does not go through with the project or want to kickstart a project. So a lot of times it might not necessarily be you per se. For example, there could be projects where certain things are delayed. Maybe they're opening a brand new clinic of some sort or a new office. So there are, permits that they need to get. There are just delays with interior, designing, demolition, things like that. So don't take those personally. It's just the way how things work. And maybe, they spoke with you and it just didn't align with them, or it just wasn't a good fit. So don't take those things personally. Just keep moving forward. So lots to do today. We'll try to record what I can today. Hey guys, I just finished 2 back-to-back meetings, and they're both regarding websites. One is going to be a platform change type of project. So that is going to be interesting. And that's going to be an e-commerce website. More to come, but we don't need to start until about mid-May. So that is good because I'm still wrapping up some projects right now. And then once those are done, I can focus everything on their project, which is good news. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. And then after that, I was on a inquiry call. So this potential client, they found me, I think, on Google. They were looking at things. They're a dentist company. Another dentist company, I know. It seems like I'm striking a good balance right now with service offering clients and then also product offering clients. So right now I'm just riding the dentistry wave and it's good. I've been putting a lot of work and effort into building relationships and also just doing really good work. One of the associates, she was researching things such as Invisalign or dentistry and landed on a website that I did for a client. Apparently she was very impressed and wanted to reach out to redesign their current website. There were some pain points that I found out on the call. What's working with the website, what's not working on the website, why now? And I think before I even started to ask those questions, the client gave me the background. They were pretty frustrated with the current website team. It was more like a big box type of website. So things are very, very generic and templated. From the photos were pretty dated. The copywriting, there is really no personality. It's very bland. So a lot of friction and frustration, pain points, and the client pretty much has had enough. And they are ready. They're ready to switch. They're just looking for somebody that's local. They're looking for somebody who has, design sense, somebody who can freshen up the website completely, be able to make changes in a timely fashion. I think that was one of the main pain points was they were treated pretty much as a ticket item. If there was a request for changes, they would get an automatic, response. There's not like a person behind there trying to help them out. Task or requests would take, weeks, months, and they were just done with it. It seemed like we were, a good fit. I talked about pricing. I talked about, potential brand photographies and who would be handling the copywriting in this sense to make it more personable. Talked about a little bit of tone of voice and then how that copywriting process would be. Would I be writing it? Would they be writing it? Would we work with a copywriter? So on and so forth. So we, talked a little bit about that. Hey guys, it's almost 2 p.m. already. Time is just going by so quickly today. I still need to do some stock photography sourcing. So not sponsored, but I'm on the iStock site and I am trying to gather a gallery together for my client so that she can start reviewing them and give me some feedback and comments on which one she likes. That way we can implement it on the websites. Next, I've got so many things to do. I don't even know where to start sometimes, but I just have to prioritize with whatever is deadline is first. But yeah, I've got to get a proposal going, and then I have to make some refinements to another website. So yeah, it's go time. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, you guys, wait a minute. I've been scrolling a little bit to look for some stock photography for a dentistry, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be rude, and I don't know if this is like a real image, if this is just AI went wrong, and if this is a real photo of this individual, I'm gonna apologize right now. But guys, I stopped. I mean, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just going to apologize now. I'm sorry. But that stopped. That I was seriously sourcing stock photography, and that kind of made me stop and pause, look twice. I'm going to move on now. I'm sorry.